Hello Star Wars fans, Adam the Star Wars Questioner here. Personally, I don't hold much salt when it comes to leaks and spoilers. Most spoilers and leaks sound like bad fanfiction. However, recently Star Wars Theory started a series of videos on a leaker that he claims actually has been very accurate up to this point. So there may be spoilers ahead, so if you don't want any potential spoilers, turn away now. Okay, so in the videos, and I will leave the link for them in the description down below, we learned that a supposed leaker sent in many emails to Star Wars Theory, claimed to have knowledge on many of the points of The Last Jedi, how they would go down. Supposedly, Snoke is basically a Force vampire, able to suck the life force from other Force users. He was locked away by the anti-Jedi and remained in basically stasis for millennia. Then Order 66 went down. The death of thousands of Jedi undid the imprisonment of Snoke, allowing him to break free, for all these souls feed his body. Since then, he has been building up his strength. The reason Luke is hiding has nothing to do with Kylo Ren destroying the new Jedi Order. Luke is basically hiding from Snoke, because Snoke is so powerful, he is unable to beat him. The reason he's on Ahch-To is to build up his knowledge and find the way the ancient Jedi first defeated Snoke. Now, I won't go into necessarily how cool this is, even though I think this would be a really awesome thing if they did. Instead, I will focus on a different take. During the Clone Wars, Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, and Obi-Wan Kenobi find a planet called Mortis, where three beings of ultimate power reside. They are avatars of the Force, the son representing the dark side, the daughter as the light, and the father representing the balance that holds both in check. On the planet, Anakin is given the choice to take the father's place. As Mortis was literally a planet of the Force, Anakin's powers were amped up to its full potential, and it was so massive he was able to master both the light and dark side avatars. Unfortunately, Anakin turned his back on it. It is possible he chose at that moment to completely reject the prophecy. One thing led to another, and all three avatars were eventually killed. Simply put, we actually have no idea what repercussions there were from what happened on Mortis throughout the Force. If Snoke was indeed imprisoned, was it possible that this event actually caused cracks in his imprisonment, and Order 66 simply finished off the chains that held him bound? What if he wasn't just able to absorb the lifespan of others to extend his own life? What if he could absorb their Force powers as well, continually becoming stronger as they added new powers with each new sacrifice? A couple of months back, I published a video on what I felt Palpatine's end goal was. In it, I surmised that Palpatine eventually wanted to make it so he had complete control over the Force. It would prevent others from gaining access to it, outside those few he deemed worthy of having it. I also surmised he didn't want to join up with Snoke, but destroy him. This proves the theory in many ways. The last thing Palpatine would want was someone who could absorb Palpatine's massive power within the Force. Imagine if this was the case, that Snoke gains Force power through each kill. The amount of power he'd have accumulated through Palpatine would have been enormous. If this is indeed the case, that Snoke is able to absorb the Force from others, why was he not destroyed but only imprisoned? Well, what if we discovered that Palpatine was the only one who could destroy Snoke permanently? What if the light side actually has no effect on this type of being? What if only the most powerful dark side users could defeat Snoke? What if Palpatine was the only one with the correct knowledge on how to destroy him? We know that Palpatine did not just rely upon Force powers by themselves. He was also a master of Sith sorcery, basically another branch of the dark side that needed rituals. Some of them involved blood rituals. What if this alternate knowledge was what was needed to defeat Snoke? Now let's say that this is true. What if we learned that only Darksiders could truly defeat Snoke, and only Palpatine was strong enough to do so? Just imagine how we would then view the ending of Episode 6. Vader tosses the Master down the shaft. What we had always assumed was a victory of good over evil would be transformed into a moment of dread as we realized that the one person who could have thwarted Snoke was gone. One evil would be destroyed, only to be replaced by a far greater evil and spell the doom of the galaxy. That would be an amazing twist on how we have viewed Star Wars up to this point. Well, that's it for today, guys. What do you think of this theory? What do you guys think about the possibility of Snoke being basically a Force vampire? Leave your comments in the comment section down below. Follow us on Twitter. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.